There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the running must end. Not because you are tired, but because you finally realize you were never meant to chase. We have been told a lie. Not by evil, not by malice, but by repetition, by generations of worn-out striving, by well-meaning voices that said, if you want more, run faster, hustle harder, push stronger. But tell me, how long can a soul outrun emptiness? How many years can a heart run after something that continues to vanish the moment you reach for it? This is the great misunderstanding. The world told you to chase money, but money was never meant to be pursued. It was meant to respond to your word, to your alignment, to your presence. You were never meant to chase the sun. You were meant to rise with it. See the vision. A lone figure running across a dry golden field. Eyes locked on a glowing light just ahead. It glimmers, promises, but every time they get close it moves again. And the soul grows weary, breathless, frustrated. Then a whisper comes, a divine pause. Stop. And in that stillness something shifts. The figure stands still, hands open, breath deep. And in that moment, the light no longer runs away. It returns, not chased, but magnetized, drawn not to striving, but to stillness, to surrender, to power. This is the law of non-chase. You do not hustle your way into divine supply. You align into it. Florence Scovel Shinn said, your supply is already yours. You must speak the word and wait in faith. This is not inaction. This is higher action, spiritual command, faithful alignment, sacred identity. You are not a beggar at the gate of fortune. You are the gate, and what you decree, what you believe, what you become, is what flows through. So let us name the exhaustion. Let us bring it into the light. You've been running after clients, after numbers, after approval, after safety, as if all of it was separate from you, as if you had to earn what was already promised. But today we release that story. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Whisper with me. I release the need to chase. I allow divine substance to find me. Let those words settle into your chest. Let them drop into your belly. Feel them rewire the old commands. This is your turning point. Not on the outside, but on the inside. Journal this now, as a sacred moment of honesty. Where am I still chasing? Where am I still believing I must earn what I already deserve? Let your hand move without judgment. Let the answers rise from the silence. Because the truth is, what you chase runs. What you become arrives. There is a silent gate inside you. It does not swing open from effort. It responds to knowing, to stillness, to divine remembrance. You are not here to beg life to be kind. You are here to remember life is already responding to your word, to your energy, to your identity. There is nothing more magnetic than a soul who has stopped striving and started standing, not in ego, not in arrogance, but in alignment. Let this moment be that shift, the invisible turning point, the inner surrender, the holy pause, where you finally understand. It was never about the chase. It was always about the choice. You choose to stop, to breathe, to speak, to believe, to become. This is the law. Money flows where you no longer fear its absence. Wealth responds where you no longer resist its arrival. Abundance listens when your soul stops shouting and starts declaring. Say it again, this time with your whole being. I release the need to chase. I allow divine substance to find me. Now that you've stopped running, you can finally hear the truth. And the truth is ready to take you deeper. There is a sacred law the world has forgotten. A law that does not roar or demand. It whispers. It waits. It works only in stillness. This is the law of non-chase. You were never meant to pursue wealth like prey. You were never meant to sprint toward abundance while your soul limps behind. You were not designed to beg the universe for your birthright. Look around. The flower does not chase the bee. It opens. In stillness it becomes magnetic. In surrender it becomes irresistible. And so must you. The law of non-chase is not passive. It is power held in stillness. It is alignment without struggle. It is the energetic truth that what is truly yours is already seeking you. Wealth does not respond to force. It responds to frequency. It answers the voice of spiritual authority, not the noise of fear. When you say, I need money, you unknowingly chant a spell of absence. You declare to the universe, it is not here, and so it stays away. But when you say, money comes to me now, you awaken the divine order. You do not ask. You declare. You do not knock. You walk through the door that has always been open. Florence Scovel Shinn said, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, even before he sees it. That is the posture of the flower. That is the poise of divine confidence. You must prepare not as a beggar preparing for crumbs, but as a sovereign preparing the table for the feast. Visualize it now. A magnet resting in peace. It moves not. It reaches not. It simply holds its essence. And yet coins drift toward it. Not through effort, but through essence. Your energy is your magnet. Your word is the instruction to the universe. Your belief is the open gate through which supply enters. When you chase, you tell the divine, I do not trust you to deliver. But when you rest in your truth, you activate the law of substitution. You replace fear with knowing. You substitute desperation with expectancy. You take the old pattern, what if it doesn't come? And you rewrite it. It already exists in divine mind. Breathe that in. 3 slow breaths. Each one a return to the temple within. Inhale, I am still. Exhale, I am ready. Inhale, I receive. Exhale, I allow. Feel your nervous system unclench. Feel the noise soften. This is where wealth hears you. Not in the panic but in the presence. You do not chase. You summon. Speak it aloud if you can. I summon, I do not chase. Money flows where divine order is spoken. Let these words not just enter your mind but your field. Let them become your new language. Your new identity. Your soul's compass recalibrated to truth. Now pause. Reflect gently. Where have you been chasing? Where has your mind been sprinting ahead of your faith? Journal if you can. Not with judgment. With honesty. Ask yourself, where am I still running from lack instead of standing in supply? What would it look like to be the flower instead of the bee? This is not theory. This is a divine operation. A restructuring of your reality from within. You are not calling in just money. You are calling in ease, peace, certainty, dominion. You are learning the art of magnetic stillness. And in doing so, you are remembering your original design. It was never about the chase. It was always about the channel. You are the channel. And now that the channel is clear, your supply is already on its way. Let your energy rest in that knowing. Because now that you understand the law, let's break the illusion it exposes. Slow down. This is the part where everything must get quiet. Where the truth isn't shouted but felt. Because what you're about to confront isn't the world. It's the story you've been carrying inside it. There is a silent trap few ever see. It doesn't look like a trap. It looks like ambition. It looks like working harder. It looks like proving you're enough by running faster than your fear. But look closer. It's a wheel. And you're running on it. Labeled in invisible ink. Doubt, fear, hustle, repeat. The faster you run, the more exhausted you feel. Not because you're weak. Because you're chasing something that can only be received. This is the emotional trap of scarcity. And no amount of effort will free you from it. Only awareness will. Imagine now a king. A ruler born of divine lineage. But through some forgotten tale he wakes up in rags. He walks the streets with a bowl in hand, begging for bread, not realizing the castle was always behind him. The robe was always in reach. The crown never left his head. This is the beggar king. And for many of us it is our subconscious identity. Not because we lack worth, but because we've been hypnotized by a world that made us forget it. Financial anxiety is not just about money. It is the soul's alarm system. It is the ache of misalignment. The pain of believing you must earn what was already promised. You feel it in the pit of your stomach. That tightening when the bill arrives. That invisible weight when someone mentions success. That cold panic when you check your balance and it whispers not enough. But this voice is not reality. It is programming. Stories placed into your subconscious long before you had the power to choose. Maybe you heard, we can't afford that. Or, money doesn't grow on trees. Or, you have to work twice as hard to get half as much. phrase a seed. Each seed a root system of lack. And now without realizing it, you water those roots every time you chase. Every time you say, I have to make it happen or it won't come. You forget the castle. You forget the robe. You forget the crown. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, Fear is man's only enemy. It is faith turned upside down. And so we flip it back. We return fear to its rightful place, transmuted into faith. Faith in divine supply. Faith in divine timing. Faith that your worth is not on trial. It is eternal. Take a breath. This is your pause. Not to escape. To awaken. Say these words slowly. I break the pattern of need. I remember who I am in divine law. Now close your eyes. Visualize your old money story. The shame. The scarcity. The struggle. See it now as parchment, tattered, worn, and ready to release. Place it in a sacred fire. Watch it burn gently, not in anger but in freedom. As the smoke rises, another presence steps forward. Your higher self. Radiant. Calm. Certain. They hold out a new scroll. You open it. And in gold script it reads, You are already provided for. Let that truth settle into your bones. Not as a wish, but as a remembrance. Because that's what this part of your journey is. A return. Not to who the world told you to be, but to who you've always been. You are not the beggar. You are not the chaser. You are not the one who must prove their worth. You are the vessel of divine inheritance. You are the one the supply has been waiting to flow through. You are the open channel, the magnetic presence, the silent gate of destiny. And from this moment forward, every time the old voice rises, the one that says, you don't have enough, or, you have to earn your safety, you will gently whisper back, that story no longer leads my life. Because once the illusion falls away, the true voice can rise. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when silence must break. Not into noise, but into command. Because there is a vast difference between wishing and wielding. Between hoping the universe hears you, and knowing it already obeys. You are not here to beg. You are not here to barter. You are here to speak divine law. And this is that law. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Let it settle on your tongue. Not as a phrase, but as a sacred decree. This is not a sentence. It is a spell of remembrance. It is the voice of your divine inheritance claiming its rightful place. Let us break it open. Line by line. Truth by truth. I do not chase money. This is the sword that severs you from lack consciousness. You stop running. You stop grasping. You exit the story that said your value must hunt down what was always yours. To chase is to believe you are behind. To chase is to act as if money is the master, and you the servant. But money is not your master. It is your messenger. When you say, I do not chase, you return to your throne. You remind the universe, I am the magnet. I am the center. I am the source through which wealth responds. Money finds me. This is divine intelligence in action. You no longer believe in randomness. You no longer believe in coincidence. You believe in perfect alignment. That money, like a divine current, is aware of your coordinates. That you do not need to be loud to be located. You only need to be aligned. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, even before he sees it. When you say money finds me, you are preparing the inner room. You are lighting the candle before the guest arrives. You are opening the door with quiet certainty, not desperation. Fills me. This is where your soul stops leaking. This is where the holes of unworthiness are sealed. You are not a broken vessel. You are not a half-empty cup. You are a holy container. You are meant to overflow. Money does not come to tease you. It comes to complete a circuit. To nourish your mission. To clothe your calling. To fund your freedom. When you say fills me, you tell your nervous system, it is safe to receive. It is safe to hold. It is safe to be full. And flows to me. Here the rhythm begins. The great tide turns in your favor. You are not a reservoir. You are a river. Wealth must move. Circulate. Bless. Return. This final phrase releases your grip on control. It says, I am a participant in divine economy. It says, as I bless the flow blesses me. It is not a trickle. It is not a drip. It is a current, and it cannot help but find its way to you. Now listen again to the full command. Feel it not just in your mind but in your marrow. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. These words are not about wealth. They are about remembrance. They are about returning to your spiritual posture. Straight-backed, heart open, tongue aligned with the infinite. Florence said, "Your word is your wand. Speak it and stand still. The law will find you, so you must speak it. Not once, not when it feels convenient, but as a practice of power, as a ritual of realignment, as a command that heaven and earth must honor. Speak it 7 times when you rise, before the world's noise enters your field. Speak it 7 times at midday, when energy begins to waver and old patterns try to sneak in. Speak it 7 times before you sleep. Let your subconscious bathe in its vibration. Let it anchor you in the night. And speak it whenever you touch money, whenever you open your wallet, whenever you send or receive currency. Not to perform, but to reprogram. You are teaching your nervous system to associate money not with fear, but with flow. Let this become your vow, your energetic covenant. Comment this sentence below not for engagement, but to seal the law, to declare to your future, "This is the truth I now live by," because your voice is not weak. It is not small. It is not lost in the chaos of the world. Your voice, when aligned with divine law, is creation itself. It forms substance. It calls down supply. It builds invisible bridges between your current moment and your highest vision. So speak, not from panic, not from pressure. Speak from power. Speak from the still place within. Speak from knowing. The sentence is not magic. You are. The words are not the source. They are the keys that unlock it. And now that you have spoken your law, it's time to live inside it. You have spoken the sacred sentence. You have taken command. But now the real shift begins. Because power is not just in what you speak. Power lives in what you embody. This is the part most people skip. They say the words, but then keep walking like beggars in disguise. Still checking the bank account with fear. Still clutching the wallet with worry. Still trying to make it happen by force. But you are no longer one of them. You do not chase. You flow. You no longer plead. You receive. You are now part of the divine river. Look at a river. It does not plead with the mountain to send more water. It does not panic when one stream dries up. It moves forward graceful, unstoppable, fed by an invisible source. It trusts the current beneath it, the sky above it, the source within it. You too are a river of divine wealth. Not a puddle. Not a dam. Not a dried up wish. You are connected to the eternal spring. And when you stop chasing, you begin to see what was always seeking you. Let's now anchor your new identity with sacred daily practices. Not routines. Not hustle. But holy embodiment. Herb daily embodiment tools. 1. Speak your sacred sentence daily. Let your voice shape your world. Say it with reverence. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Let your breath be steady. Let your words echo into the day like a decree sent to angels. 2. Visualize money as light circling you. Close your eyes. See it not as paper or metal, but golden light spiraling around you. Not rushing. Just arriving. It doesn't knock. It flows through walls. It knows your name. 3. Bless your wallet. Not with anxiety, but with appreciation. Every time you open it, say, "Divine substance passes through my hands. I give in joy. I receive in trust." Your wallet is not empty. It is a portal. Honor it. 4. Bless your spending. Even when it feels like something is leaving, remind yourself, circulation is increase. When you spend with gratitude, you fertilize your future wealth. 5. Bless your giving. Give without the grip of fear. Give like a divine source, knowing that what flows out must return multiplied. 6. Journal every night. How did money serve me today? Train your eyes to see provision, even in subtle forms. An unexpected discount. A delayed payment that arrived just in time. An idea that lit up your spirit. The more you record the divine fingerprints of money, the more those fingerprints become undeniable evidence. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, "No man can fail if one asks rightly, believing he has already received. So stop asking like it's far. Stop waiting like it's delayed. You are not asking. You are activating. You are no longer the hustler. You are the harmonizer. You are no longer the desperate one. You are the designated receiver. Let go of the need to control how it comes. Let go of measuring speed. You are not in a race. You are in a rhythm. Walk like wealth walks. Soft, certain, unbothered. You are in rhythm with divine provision. Say it now. I walk in unseen wealth. Because unseen does not mean unreal. The most powerful forces are invisible. Like breath. Like gravity. Like God. You are the center of sacred supply. Say it. Feel it. Write it. Live it. Let this be your identity now. Not just in meditation, but in the checkout line. In the email inbox. In how you tip the waiter. In how you release money and how you invite it home. This is psychological rewiring. You are training your nervous system to expect favor. You are shifting your vibration from effort to ease. And now you get to exhale. No more tension. No more running. No more proving your worth. You are held. You are known. You are supplied. You do not need to beg for what is already encoded in your name. Heaven recognizes you. Provision recognizes you. The current of wealth is adjusting course. Because your word has become law. Now that you walk in divine rhythm, seal it. Seal it with your sacred word. Type your sentence below, not to impress, but to impress upon the universe that you are ready. You are open. You are walking in the wealth you once chased. Say it now out loud. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Let it rise through your spine. Let it wrap your aura. Let it become who you are. There comes a moment in every soul's journey when words no longer just echo, they resonate. When they vibrate with the fullness of truth, reaching the deepest corners of existence. And when you speak now, the field must obey. This is not an ordinary statement. This is the final declaration that aligns your spirit with the heavens. It is the moment you move from the world of effort to the world of divine authority. You do not just speak your desires. You command your destiny. Imagine this. A tuning fork struck with perfect resonance. When it sings, the entire universe adjusts itself. The world listens. And when you speak, your words reverberate through the very fabric of creation. Reality harmonizes. Your voice is no longer a whisper in the wind. It is a divine pitch that compels the universe to move. It is the sound that causes the heavens to take action. When you speak your truth, all of creation is bound to respond. Now I invite you to speak. Let your voice rise from your center. Say it slowly with full breath. Feel the words as they enter your being. Repeat after me. I do not chase. Let the stillness enter your being. This is the truth of your power. You do not chase what already belongs to you. Feel the liberation. Feel the pause. Feel the freedom. I command. In this moment, you take your rightful place in the divine order. Your words command the universe to respond. You no longer wait. You become the source of command. My words shape my world. Every word you speak carries divine authority. Your words shape the very fabric of your life. No more smallness. No more doubt. Only the knowing that your speech is divine law. Divine wealth flows to me now. Feel the truth of this sentence. It is not a wish. It is a declaration. Wealth is not a future event. It is present. It is already in your field. The flow is already moving toward you. Take a deep breath here. Pause. Feel the truth settle in. Let it resonate through every cell in your body. Your words are not idle. They are charged with divine law. Spiritual tool, the 3-day vow. I invite you now to make a vow. Not for tomorrow. Not for next week. But right now. Find a candle. Light it as a symbol of your commitment to the divine flow. Place it beside you, and let its light remind you of the light that now burns within you. For the next 3 days, speak only words that align with your divine abundance. No words of doubt. No words of struggle. Only words that affirm your command. Speak with the certainty that your words are not just heard, they create. In the morning, say your sentence aloud. In the middle of the day, say it again. Before you sleep, say it once more. And throughout the day, whenever you are faced with fear or uncertainty, pause and speak your truth. Now let us replace the old stories you have been telling yourself with the truth that will set you free. Old thought: I don't know how it'll happen. New thought: divine order cannot fail. You do not need to know the how. Trust in divine intelligence. It is already unfolding for you. Old thought: money is hard to come by. New thought: money is my servant, not my source. You are not dependent on the world for wealth. You are the one who commands it to flow. I now call you into your full spiritual authority. This is not a simple affirmation session. This is commanding the field with the fullness of your being. Say it with belief. Say it with presence. Say it with the fullness of your divine authority. Speak now as one who knows. Speak now as one who commands heaven to respond. Say it with breath. Say it with spine. Say it with full belief. Now stand tall in your divine truth. Feel the shift in your body, the alignment within your soul. Your words have been planted in the soil of the universe, and they will bloom into reality. Repeat this 3 times, with full breath, full presence. Speak it aloud and know it is already done. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, flows to me. Feel the words rise through you. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, flows to me. Feel your command grow stronger, clearer. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, flows to me. Feel your entire being align with the divine flow. Let your words be your covenant. Let your voice become the law. You do not chase. You command. And money obeys. This is your final declaration. Your irrevocable vow. You are now a master of the divine law of wealth. Walk in this truth. Live in this rhythm. And the universe will respond. It already has.